People need to watch the film because they need to know what are the issues that we are talking about. We know we are a nuclear-free state, but that's a big word, but we need to know what it is.
In 2015, marine scientists found that the radiation from Fukushima had reached the west coast of Canada. Despite the low level found along the coast, the unanswered question remains. In the long run, how much of this low-level radiation could harm marine life and human life? And since Fukushima is still leaking, what about the accumulation of radiation that will increase in the years to come? Scientists and oceanographers found tuna with traces of Fukushima-related contamination across the Pacific on the shores of the United States. Aside from the leakage and dumping into the ocean, since 2011, Fukushima Daiichi has accumulated more than 1 million tons of wastewater, stored in more than 1,000 tanks on the land of the nuclear plant. It ran out of land for water tanks by 2022. It has been suggested that the government could have solved the problem by allocating more land surrounding the power plant for water tanks, since the surrounding area had been designated as unsuitable for humans. Regardless, the government was reluctant to act. On April 13, 2021, the cabinet of Prime Minister Suga unanimously approved that TEPCO will dump the stored water into the Pacific Ocean over a course of 30 years starting March 2023. Many scientists and experts around the world are condemning Japan's solution, saying that it will create a bigger disaster, a threat to marine life and ultimately human life. In an official statement from an expert panel in August 2022 to the Japanese government and TEPCO, it was said, "The Japanese government's intention to dump its radioactive water into the ocean is very inadequate. There is no scientific basis that could say that the effect on the ecosystems will be minimal. The idea of dilution being the solution to pollution is outdated and not true anymore." Other nations are also very concerned about Japan's plan. In 2022, at the Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting held in Fiji, Pacific Island countries expressed their concerns about it. In Vanuatu, for example, an archipelago of 83 islands in the South Pacific, opposition members of parliament made a call for the Vanuatu government to protest against Japan's intention to contaminate the Pacific Ocean, from where their people get much of their sustenance.
There is something all Pacific Island countries share, and it is the ocean. When something happens at the other side, we are also affected. So I believe we have the right to say no to the Japan solution. We can't let them jeopardize our sustenance and our livelihood. Our people here are surviving mainly on the land, but also out of the ocean. So for the sake of our people, our country, and the sake of the Pacific Island nations, we ask Japan to reconsider what they are about to do.